I had enough work experience at this point in my life to know I wanted to make a living, but I wanted to do it without having a job. And I didn't really know anybody who did that, so I went to college, and I liked that. I was the first and only person to go to college in my family. And the very first day of college, they had a freshman orientation coffee house. And I signed up for it over the summer, and they invited people to sing and play from the incoming class. And so I signed up, and that first night I played my banjo, and I played guitar, and I sang. And there was another guy who played mandolin and guitar and sang. And in the audience was a guitar player who saw the makings of a bluegrass band. And that was the beginning of the Razzie Dazzie Spasm Band. Thank you. I'll tell you more about them later. So I played that first night, and I played every coffee house they let me. And by the end of my time there, I ran the coffee house program. And very early on, I started going to the professional coffee house on the south side of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, a place called Godfrey Daniels Coffee House. I started going to the open mics, and I got on a mailing list, and when the show looked interesting, I'd go halfway through when they would drop the price, so I could afford to experiment on new people. And it was music, and the descriptions looked interesting, but it was music I hadn't heard. So this is before YouTube. So I go as often as I could, and I was amazed by how my favorite performers would just transform the room, how different it felt from the beginning of a show until after. And so I thought, if I could do that, if I could be one of those people, that would be the best thing. So I started leaning in that direction and away from everything else. But I didn't know if that would work out in a practical way. So to have a more secure future, I became a philosophy major. So I never have to worry about money. So upon graduation, I got a job delivering flowers. So I was qualified in my degree. And I did that for 3.5 years. And then I was offered a full-time job, and I took it. And I didn't know if I was trading in my dream or playing music for a steady paycheck. So I wrote this. In a deep pit of melancholy, despair, and woe. So this is called Land of the Bottom Line. I couldn't bribe a wino on what I used to make. My fortune wasn't sure as the wind. But I was free to wander, and time was on my hands. It was mine to burn and to bend. Freedom for freedom, carve out an even scheme. Give me time to wonder and to dream. Oh, I need the money. They'll take their time down to the land of the bottom line, to the bottom line. Hey, hey. Then there came a chance to make some steady dough, bouncing up my alley to the door. Fill your clothes with keys and responsibilities, trading the maybe for the sure. Freedom for freedom, how about an even scheme? Give me time to wonder and to dream. Oh, 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 oh. I need the money. They'll take the time down to the land of the bottom. bottom line, to the bottom line. Hey, hey, hey. All I ever wanted was to be a kid and play, fighting every change along the way. I don't like work, but I don't like waste, and I don't like waiting for a taste. Freedom for freedom, how about an even scheme? Give me time to wonder